Hello everyone, and welcome to chapter 35 of, actually it's 36 of Ruins of the Past. So, we're gonna pick up where we are, where we have Loot, looking out over a battlefield covered in gore and dead gangers after they came to extort their share, and he along with a couple of guardsmen opened up on them.
Nice.
Um, Unfortunately, part of your fellow acolytes arrived back early after going to meet Kenny with the knife, and they were in the middle of the shootout. One of them somehow managed to provoke one of the thugs, and you had to, after the initial wave was pushed back, open fire again when that thug started, laying into said acolyte. And presumably the thugs have run off, but well, there was a lot of gunfire just out of sight around the corner into another alleyway where you didn't have field of vision.
Suppose I'm gonna go check what the fuck's there while trying to be sneaky at least, as much as I can.
Okay, make a stealth check for me.
My best quality thingy applies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. It's 30. Succeed.
Okay, you proceed towards the alleyway, trying to move swiftly, but, it's hard. There's the occasional person starting to peek their head out, looking for whether the fight is over. They can come out and scavenge the extra bits left behind.
God.
And you just see one of the acolytes dragging the other one rapidly towards the building.
Do I recognize them?
Yep. They are the two that went to meet Kenny the Knife. One of them is badly ripped up and way the fuck out of it. Like someone laid into him with a chain axe repeatedly while he was on the ground and unable to defend himself.
Kenny had fun. What the fuck happened? This is in character.
So this was Adolphus' character.
Ah, okay. Who's dragging him?
That would be Adolphus' character. The Jackalor's one is the one out cold.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, he just tells you that, what the fuck, why did you pick a fight with these cunts? The big one just laid into his body there, it's all gone to shit.
Which big one?
The one you didn't shoot.
Maybe if you had shot him as well, you wouldn't be in this fucking
We
predicament.
did!
Get him to a medical station. Aim better. Get him to a medical station. I'll fucking deal with him.
Okay. Drag him inside. Do you have Medicaid?
No, I didn't mean I deal with him. I meant I'll deal with the big guy.
Oh, the big guy is
I don't
dead.
got Medicaid.
They managed
the big
to
guy's dead. Fair
kill
enough.
him
So
off.
there's no other threats remaining.
You think not? Make me a awareness check to see if any of them are still hanging around.
I think I have an Auspex on me.
Sure, you can use that.
Let me. No, I have an Omniscope on me, not an Auspex. Sorry, my bad.
Sure, you can use that. You scan the buildings with
And I have an Auspex as well, so that's just a plus 20 overall. So I'll just use a plus 20.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. There are about 2 dozen figures in the various alcoves, windows, and alleyways that occasionally peek out at you.
Can I post up anywhere that's a very good sniper position that I can? Well, very good quotes. This is fucking at the depths of the city, but you know what I mean.
I mean, depends on what you want to cover. You had a good one where you can cover the front of the building. Otherwise, you can try and find some other position that fulfills different requirements.
I will. I'll first take notice of like where the most of the majority of the people that are hiding out are, and try and find a position that overlooks that the best that I can.
They're scattered all over. There's no large
Then
groups.
fair
There's
enough, just
maybe
in the
like a
front.
couple of pairs, but mostly it looks like it's
Yeah,
probably just scavengers and local
yeah, fair
residents.
enough. Then just the front, just to make sure no one that looks like he's about to make trouble approaches any closer than 200 feet.
Okay. So, um, do any of your characters have logic?
Mine.
Yes, you and your
Uh,
goons, because they were the
yeah,
ones
and my
that stayed
goons.
behind to guard the place.
Yeah, gotcha. I think one of them does. Let me just check. Uh, so, fucking trackpad.
If you have something like Common Lore Imperium or Common Lore
Yep.
Arbites or things like that, those would all be applicable as well.
I do have logic on Faik. Not a lot, but a tick still. And I have, in terms of lore, I have demonology, Imperial Guard, fucking Adeptus Administratum, Underworld, Cryptology, Heresy, High Gothic, Low Gothic languages, and Trade Armor.
Excellent. Excellent.
Underworld might apply?
Underworld does apply even better than logic, so roll this at plus 40.
Plus 40, gotcha. And Faik also has Medicae, one tick.
Sure, you can make me a Medicae roll to see how well you stabilize your dude.
Also have dedicated healers, so I can re-roll it if I fuck up.
Mm-hmm. So this would be flat. That's counting
Yeah.
the Medikit.
That's counting the Medikit. Okay, so just flat Medicae first. Yeah.
Okay. And give me the Underworld roll.
Mm.
Okay, you have this deep in the hive. At the very top edges of getting super lucky if they're really busy elsewhere 45 minutes before the Arbites show up in force.
Ah, okay. Whoo boy.
This big a shootout, they probably won't come here in with just like, a couple of random guys. They usually try to avoid it unless they have a proper patrol, but they're probably putting together a convoy as you are killing your dude.
Fair enough. And by that you mean like the guard or the criminal underground?
No, the Arbites.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
Underworld generally tries not to have shootouts this big because that's kind of like the Arbites don't ignore shit of this level. They might ignore someone getting stabbed in an alley, but this, you're talking a 3 armored cars and a Valkyrie level of response.
Ah, okay then. Fair enough. So in character, we got about 45 minutes before we really have to get it. Yeah, tops 45 minutes before we really need to get the fuck out of here. Regardless of any injuries or anything.
Realistically, 20 to 30, that's more likely.
We need to get all the shit we can carry and leave.
Okay.
I'm saying this to the other characters.
Yeah. Mostly it's Adolph's random goon and your guys that made it back first. The others are still out and they have no idea this has happened.
Can we contact them at all? No, it could be easily intercepted though.
You do not have local phone lines. You have short range microbeats, some of you, but you've gone dark.
Do we know where everyone went, like where everyone's character went?
You do. Someone even arranged a backup location. The only problem is you don't know where that backup location is because they only just did it today.
Fuck. Here's the plan. We need to everyone that can move properly needs to split up, find the groups that are scattered around, and inform them to not return to this place under any circumstance.
Okay.
So that's basically going to be me, my three characters, and Adolphus' character, right?
Yep. And
Yeah.
you need to figure out what to do with your wounded
Jackalor,
group.
yes.
Yeah. Luckily, it was one of his goons, not his main character. So there's that.
Fair. Oh. Okay then. Oh shit. Demi?
Oh, he's moving again.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, he is.
Okay, so who goes to start rounding up the others or trying to wave them off from this location? And
Definitely Loot and Honorary.
okay, and
would
Faik
need
is staying
to go.
with the wounded.
The Faik would need to carry the wounded somewhere else to, or just help him evacuate, just to provide any possible medical assistance he can.
Okay, make me
And-
a common lore underworld for Faik
Yes.
with plus 10 to try and figure out where he can short-term hide a wounded person without running into trouble in someone else's hood.
Yeah. And it's also worth noting that, or actually no, if Demi didn't give it back, the loot has a disguise kit. If Demi
I
gave
feel
it
I can use that at home and then keep it there.
Fair enough.
So, what do you do with the equipment? You have 3 crates loaded with the fancy equipment, inquisitorial carapace, and other goodies.
We need to get rid of the evidence
Okay, how do you do
that
that?
it's us. We got explosives.
Not enough to destroy inquisitorial carapace to be unrecognizable.
Oh, fuck.
You would need crack grenades and
Yeah.
probably something like 2 per armor set, honestly, to destroy
Yeah,
every
definitely.
sign. So
Definitely. Shit. Ooh, actually. I have an idea. Might be a fucking horrible idea, but I have an idea. Let me just check something real quick.
okay.
Yeah, cause I think Faik or Henri have a fairly interesting weapon on them. Yeah, Faik has 2 charge packs for a hotshot lasgun.
I'm pretty sure Thermite is made to be heat resistant, so you wouldn't necessarily be able to melt it with those, but the 2 charge packs, that's a decent explosion.
That's a decent fucking explosion.
Now, do speak up. Did anyone bring melt a weaponry and leave it at the base?
I know Jackalor definitely has melta weaponry, but I have no idea if it's at the base.
What the fuck is Melta?
Jackalor brought a melta gun. It's in one of the
Uh-huh.
crates. There are 6 clips of ammo for it.
I'm sorry, Jackalor. It needs to be done.
Jackalor, are you there?
Say nothing if you agree with my plan. There we go.
Nice, good job. Let's go. Thank you, Jackalor.
So you're not gonna try and save the equipment.
We can save very little because we just need to get the fuck out of there within like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really save anything unless something is vitally important. Like, for example, we could probably save the melta gun as well and maybe like a pack for it. And like maybe a set of inquisitorial carapace armor, but that's about it.
Like a big chunk of the bulkier stuff is armor, extra rations, things
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. So
Which, like, rations and armor is, like, not that important. But, like, for example, the melta gun, that is valuable, and we could take that with us, realistically, with, like, a charge pack.
okay. Jekyll's gonna hate me for allowing this.
It's the only way without literally blowing our entire cover on this fucking planet.
I mean, you could just flash your rosettes at the Arbites and tell them to ignore those crates.
The
Yeah, but
crates,
they ain't gonna ignore the fucking shootout that happened.
the crates you're looking for are not in this room.
Oh, it's a pity you don't have a psyker with the right abilities.
True. Ah, well, what can you do?
I wonder if Jekyll fell asleep and is just having a nightmare about his equipment going up in flames.
Well, hey, we'll save the melta gun. It's only gonna be his ammo, mainly.
Okay.
Cha-cha real smooth.
Cha-cha real fucking smooth.
So you pile up the armor. Let's see if there would be anything else on anyone's sheet that would be useful enough to have been left behind. Oh. Zircon Marius has a grenade launcher at the base.
Well, we could take that too, I guess. It's just a grenade launcher.
Now, does Melta come into capsules?
Melta comes into giant fuck-off containers labeled "Do Not Mess With."
Okay. Have you ever considered playing bowling with a grenade launcher?
The
That
Meltagun,
close to heavy explosives? No.
so the Meltagun is 15 kilos. The grenade launcher is 12. Each Tempestus Carapace is another 15.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're talking about, a couple 100 kilos of stuff, and bulky stuff at that you need to
Okay,
either destroy or get rid of.
Loot and Henri can definitely carry the Melta and the grenade launcher in between them, because they both have like 18 and 19 available respectively.
Yeah, Faik is gonna
The
have
cannabis can
his...
fuck off.
Faik is gonna have his weight capacity taken up by helping the wounded move.
Yeah, basically.
I do remember you can go over, but you're just gonna be taking fatigue.
Yeah, I know, but it's not worth it for fucking Carapace.
Mm.
Plus, like, Henri and Faik are I think, wearing Carapace. Actually, no, Faik's wearing Imperial robes, but Henri's definitely wearing Carapace. Yeah.
I can't wait for our minions to read the report. It's like, so on the second day, would you please explain how you lost all the sets of carapace?
I'm just going to say, well, I'm just gonna point at the guys and be like, they fucked something up and a shootout happened.
Okay, so... who would... I don't think anyone has a specialized trait, demolitions.
Nope. I mean, fucking Faik has armor, and that's the closest, even if it's not even close.
I don't think we have the gear, the demolition charge thingy.
Yep, you don't, so you have to improvise. So who has deck use in this group?
Oh, Jesus. It might be Faik. Because he... Actually, no, he's an Adeptus Administranum, so maybe not. Nope, no one. No one has deck use.
I would just like to say that the character who has like 3 or 4 ticks in stealth decided to go, fuck it, blow it all up.
Sometimes the sneakiest you can be is the loudest you can be.
Yeah, I mean, true. Plus, we need to mask our escape as best as possible, and a loud as fuck explosion, I feel, would do the trick.
Okay, so... I'm gonna need a tech use test. This is gonna be flat because this is most appropriately challenging.
Oh shit, Adolphus is here. What is his character, by the way? Does he have tech use?
Adolphus, remember the situation where we left off last session after the shootout? We have advanced time a little. Loot has taken over, and he's currently piling all the carapace in a pile and trying to figure out how to rig Jackalor's left behind melta charges to detonate, destroying the carapace, because he figures the Arbites are going to be coming any second.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The best I could come up with is to get rid of the evidence, get the fuck out of there.
If Adolphus, if Jackler asks, you just say, "It is what it is."
You motherfucker.
I guess it works.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I'm just gonna
I mean, as long as it
his-
covers up what was in the room. That's
Exactly.
all we really need.
And I'm gonna take on my two characters a grenade launcher that one of your characters has, and the melter gun itself. Everything else is just gonna fucking burn.
There are a lot
Did
of
you guys get my rosette out of the pile?
We still haven't done it because none of my characters has tech use.
There's a lot of good weapons, hotshot las guns. There might be some. I think Jacklor took his chainsword with him, but
He did.
there's a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, and Rosette doesn't really shoot, so that had to be left behind.
So, like, Jason's. Did you take your long las with you?
Oh no, nope, I would not have my long las with me. I think I took like a las pistol.
So,
Yeah.
the long las, the best survival suit.
No, not the survival. Okay, wait a second. The survival
Is
suit
it-
I would not
is-
bring on the
is-
Hive World.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because you don't really need it on the high
That,
world.
that was for the moon thing.
Excuse me, high worlds have plenty of places where the heating has been turned off or where reactor exhaust makes things
Fair.
super hot.
Especially this deep.
Mm-hmm.
Fair, very fair. But yeah, anyway, Adolphus, does your character have tech use by any chance?
The one that's still there?
Yeah, the one that dragged Jackalor's character's unconscious body.
Don't think so.
Oh boy!
So that's a minus 20. However, this can be substituted by common lore Imperial Guard.
Hell yes. Can it be helped with the fact that Loot does have 2 crack grenades on him that can maybe help expedite the process?
No, but we will keep that in mind. We'll make a big pile of... You know what? First, let's decide what is going into this attempt.
Okay, so you said we have 6 melted chargebacks, right?
6, but presumably you're keeping 1.
Yes, so we're using 5.
Okay?
The 2 crack grenades.
2 crack grenades from you.
How many grenade launcher rounds do we have?
Just the... it's just written down as a grenade launcher, so I'm assuming just one's in the barrel. So
Okay,
6
fair enough.
grenades.
Then we're not going to be using those because it's going to be. Why are we going to bring back the grenade launcher without any ammo whatsoever in it?
There is Jason's long las with a pair of charge packs for it. And there is at least one hotshot las gun from Zircon.
Yeah, and Faik also has 2 hotshot las chargebacks.
So,
Considering
4 hotshot las charge packs.
Yeah, considering it's he already has it fucking fully loaded. Yeah, I can use both.
Okay, check your randos. See if they have any more explosives that would have been left behind. Yana had some frag grenades, but those don't really matter because at this point.
Yeah.
So 4 hotshot las charge packs, 2 frag grenades, and 5 melta packs.
Yup. If only we had a fucking melta bomb.
Okay. So, Would you care to roll Common Lore Imperial Guard?
I'm assuming flat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good lord. That is a 31% chance, fellas. Oh boy. Damn it. Can I reroll that? I'm guessing whose fate points would I be using?
That characters. You would need to because I reserve the right to make anything above 5 degrees of failure spicy.
I know you fucking do. Let me just check if by any chance Henry has for some reason something decent that can help. Does any one of your characters? Does anyone? I'm gonna check actually all my characters to see if any one of them has
Oh,
anything
it's
that could
too
help with this.
late. You have to retry the same
Okay.
roll.
Okay, fair enough. Well, here goes. Just don't be more than 5. It's gonna be more than 5. No, it's not.
Nice.
2.
3 technically.
But 3, yeah, sorry.
Okay. So, Fake stays behind. And, you know...
Why Faik?
Or whoever was doing this.
Henry.
Oh, so Henry stays behind. It's, you know, everyone else scatters. They hide the wounded. Start sending out people with, you know, hey, let's meet there instructions to the others, trying to catch them.
Yeah.
Henry tries it once. No, I remember doing this. This will ignite it too quickly. Maybe like this. And he eventually remembers how his sergeant did it that one time.
When the need arose.
So he just goes, beep, 2-minute countdown on crowd grenades and just hoofs it from the building out the front door down the street and comes around the corner and sees the Arbeit's convoy coming in his direction. What would you like to do? There are maybe 15 seconds left till the explosion at this point.
Oh god. Jesus. To be honest, he's still in the range of the explosion, right?
Depends on how spicy it becomes and what secondary
enough.
explosions he sets off.
To be honest,
Yay.
just stand still, lean against the wall, take out a glow stick, light it up, and look towards them and say, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Boom! You hear us screaming in the street behind you.
And I'm just like still standing there like...
Yeah, no, the
smoking
Arbeits start coming out, leveling shotguns at you. Get you on your knees, hands behind your head.
Flick the cigarette on the ground, or glow stick on the ground. Squash it, and draw the last gun.
Okay, so that character is dead.
Yeah.
Or heavily arrested.
No, I want to make sure he's dead.
Roll a luck die.
Also, based on the need of him staying behind and all of that, and him needing to get the fuck out of here, I assume that he would fucking take off his inquisitorial carapace as well. He still has like the combat vest and everything.
Yeah, sure. Give me a luck die.
Gotcha. 23.
Yep, he's dead.
So he probably doesn't have his thing.
There you go. Yep. Probably no idea or anything, because that's the plan, to just completely disappear.
So you destroyed 2 extremely expensive rosettes that are impossible to replace.
You know what? You know
Congratulations.
what? I also fucking saved the fucking mission and our inquisitors for fucking being prosecuted to high fucking
Yeah, I
heaven.
know. I'm just giving you a guff.
I'm
You did good.
just imagining the fucking cat saluting fucking picture.
Yeah, actually, I feel like the requisition roll for getting a new set is gonna be a bitch.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
question of how did you lose the last one that inevitably comes up.
True.
Okay. So let's go through this in order. Jacklor, are you back?
He would have said something at this of this shenanigans.
Definitely.
So he's dead.
Okay. So Jason,
Yup.
how much information did you just hired a car and then you get dropped off in the lower levels after your meeting.
Yep.
So you arrive, you get out, and one of the others is there looking really fucking nervous. I think it was Octavius Romulus that was Adolphus' character. Would you care to fill Jason in character?
You don't look good. What happened?
All our stuff's gone. Massive shootout.
Did some of the gangs try to steal our stuff or something?
I don't exactly know. When we were coming back,
I mean, no, I would have. Sorry, but Faik would have told them, like, look, the Arbites are gonna be fucking coming if they find our stuff with our.
yeah, but you
inquisitorial
didn't
marks.
tell me about
You can
why
assume
the
that
fuckers started shooting.
you can
That's the
assume
thing.
that that was a continuation of
Yeah, basically,
the
like,
extortion earlier.
yeah,
I
'cause-
guess they were trying to extort us. Anyway, one of us is badly hurt, and all our stuff has been, lickety-split exploded. Oh, and
I
we
know,
have
yeah.
nowhere to sleep.
I know, yeah, by that logic, only the Meltagun would have survived because Henri would have carried the grenade launcher.
Who is responsible, or who holds the main responsibility for this fuck up?
Whoever started the shooting, I would assume. There were 3 dead bodies by the time we got here.
Right.
I was planning on bribing them, but I guess that didn't happen.
Dariel decided that, threatening to shoot the gangers who outnumbered you 4-1 in the head was a good idea.
Actually,
Yeah,
just out of
that
character,
also happened.
how
That
did
was
this
after
fight
the
start?
3.
Well, they kind of tried to extort you, and you told them,
I know that they like came in the when I was also there when Henri and someone else and Adolphus's character were guarding the things.
it was
but I have no
kind
idea
of
what
like
happened
a
after
case of, like, hey, we're not gonna wait for you to, pay us. We're gonna rifle through your stuff and take a fifth.
that.
And
Oh,
you were
okay,
like,
fuck them
yeah,
then.
no. And then you shot a couple of them, they withdrew, and then the others ran into them. And Jekyll tried to threatened to shoot them in the head, so it escalated.
Oh, as it does. Nice.
As it does. Do you have a microbead on you or some way to communicate with the rest now?
Through the city walls of the hive, the microbeat has between like 100 and 200 meters range.
I mean, we're all nearby, I would assume.
Not that nearby, the hive is huge.
I mean, like... So, me, Dariel, Ferris now, probably. Ferus. Xenon's probably returned. Yana probably was here all the time, along with
Yana's-
Faik
Yana's with
and
me.
Loot.
Yep.
Okay. So, literally everyone is here except for Marius, maybe, and Zircon.
So two
Well-
groups are still missing.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Loot went out to go for the groups as well.
Yeah,
To meet
yeah,
up
you're
with them.
trying to find them.
Mhm.
But as far as he knows,
Oh, yeah,
those
fair
are the
enough.
two still missing.
I'm not sure if it's dumb luck or the Emperor was on my side. I was able to get us another place to stay. It's a bit on the. It's a few levels above us. So
Well, I
the
guess
next
that's
thing-
good.
So, how much stuff will we be able to? Well, actually, no. I don't think we have any stuff. So I guess we're all light-footed, luckily. All right.
I guess.
Well,
By the way, did you happen to grab your rosette?
I always carry it with me.
Good. Good. Kinda destroyed everything.
Who thought it was a brilliant idea to leave their rosette behind in an explosion?
Mm. I just wanted to make sure.
Right. Well, get the stuff that you have on you. Let's go up.
It's probably like a, carryable safe that you had where you put the super
Yeah.
secure crap and the interrogator had the only key on him.
Oh no.
And you're like, fuck this. This is too dangerous to be left behind. And too fucking heavy to carry.
Blessed. But yeah, no, I am now so glad I was able to get the extra spot.
Okay. So, you head on to the others and, start arranging for them to move to the place, call the noble, ask him if he can move up the handover, etc. The usual. About 2 hours of fruitless searching later, Loot realizes that Zoron and Maris are not where they're supposed to be.
Oh god.
Ah, man, no.
They had their mission. It's their responsibility. They are their own responsibility. I'm gonna search for about maybe 2 to 3 hours tops. If nothing comes up, I'm fucking off.
Okay,
I'm not sure if that was good or bad for us.
I'm not gonna comment. Okay, you are fuck off. Zoron, the interrogator is out of your reach. He has been carried off. You are alone in the middle levels of the hive. Where do you go after your aborted effort to
Yeah, there's no way I'm catching up to that. This is a dumb question, but I need to get to him, and I'm just going to, dumb luck it. Can I steal? Is there any stealable cars or hovercraft anywhere?
make a security roll?
Hola.
If you have tools that will help you, or things that will help with the lookout, like utility and optical mechadendrites, that can help slightly.
I have a good quality auger array, an optical mechadendrite, and a utility mechadendrite.
I'll give you a plus 30 for all of that put together.
Essentially, he has a crowbar and a camera in him.
I mean, he can peek around the corner to see if anyone's coming.
Uh-huh.
Question: Is this what is this based on? It's not agility, or is it going to be agility?
It's
Agility or intelligence?
intelligence in this case. You're trying to undo electronic security systems.
Spending a fate point for plus 10.
That bad,
Because- Uh-huh. Nah, actually was a thing that I went, but no, it would not apply. Okay, so security plus 4.
Make sure that you subtract, you know, church charge packs and things like that were left behind from your characters.
Oh,
I'm
yeah. I did.
gonna spend a fate point to re-roll that.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy! Not a crit fail, but still.
Not a crit.
So,
Still
you
worse.
keep working on it. And you keep working on it, and you don't trigger it. But your augur ray pings that, yep, set of life signs just turned into this side street. And you have to hide, and you just watch as dude comes up to the car, looks at the open panel, with a face like, well, fuck. Pulls out some kind of electronic device, flips it open. Beep, 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 beep. Hello,
911.
police!
Emergency.
I'd like to sneak away. Could be a little like cloak on.
Sure, you're able to sneak away. He's paying more attention to his car than to you.
Shit, now I'm definitely not gonna catch up. Fuck. May the Emperor guide him, I need to go back. I need to inform the rest.
Okay. You make your way downstairs. Make a toughness check.
Jesus, it was that oh, Jesus.
It's a long way, Demi.
No modifier, right?
I think plus 10 because you're going downhill. Unless you're Hiveborn.
No. I have 3 current fatigue and I don't remember why or if I didn't remove it.
No, you should. I think you got it from climbing and otherwise fucking around. These were earned.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. You arrive. Oh, would you look at that? That's an Arbeitskorden.
That's an Arbeitskorden.
There is a Valkyrie just slowly scanning the surrounding buildings, traversing with 2 big-ass guns on its wings. You can faintly see the edges of the building where you were in. It looks like a big hole has been punched through the building, slamming a part of the wall into the building opposite, right on the level where your apartment was for some reason.
Can I, like, hide behind a dumpster and with the combination of my optical mechadendroid and augury, like, just, like, zoom in and see, like, you know...
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom in and enhance, basically, the situation.
Sure, make a scrutiny check. With a -10, because you kind of have to keep a fair bit of distance.
I'd presume perception-based, right?
Yes, perception-based, and you get a +30 total because of the augur ray and optical mechadendrite, so
So
it should
minus
go...
+20.
Yeah, +20. So it's not completely shit, it's just a crappy base.
Yeah, I don't have scrutiny.
Okay, nope, you keep having to move, you can't make out shit. The Arbites, they're actually keeping careful eye on this place. This is, you know, someone set off a, tank-grade melt-a-bomb in the apartment as far as they can tell.
And hey, all I hope is for them to see the gang members outside and be like, God damn it, not another gang shooting.
Yeah,
If a gang has that kind of shit, they will purge this fucking level of every ganger.
Even better, even better.
So, thinking to myself, this entire thing is, entirely scuffed.
It's gone tits up.
But, loot was stayed back, and there's no way, like, Senor Loot died. So, I suppose I'm going to possibly fruitlessly look around the area while avoiding the Valkyrie, trying to see, any dark alleyways that the people, that, our peeps might have gone into.
Oh yes, this entire level is made up of dark alleyways your peeps might have gone into. Which one of the 50 different ones would you like to choose?
Let's start from the start.
Okay, make me another toughness check as you spend the next several hours looking for any potential clues.
No modifier, right?
I'm gonna give you a plus 20. It's not that hard physically, it's more mentally wearing and you have to cover a lot of ground.
He's a robot. What do you mean mentally wearing?
Oh, you didn't see what I did to them when they were combing through administratum records and doing data entry.
Oh my god!
I did
Literally,
not.
interrogator basically almost died from fatigue.
Jesus. Yeah, records I would assume would be huge in the Imperium.
I forgot how it works.
Literally easier to fight demons than it is to do paperwork.
Just goes to show bureaucracy is sin.
It's just barely above data entry using a fucking hole punch.
Oh my god.
Imagine doing data entry on a Windows 95 system with a supervisor constantly bullying you and looking over your back to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to instead of the records you're actually here to steal.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. It's just above a hole punch.
Oh yeah, I fucking love these sessions. Also, that was essentially the car, dude. Check Discord.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that up there, and that up there is for my boy Faik.
So you scan the entire location, and yeah, you're. You know, it's there's blood splatter here and there, where there was a shootout in one alley, and on the main street on the corner, it looks like a lot of shotguns. Shotgun shells probably ripped another person apart. There's a faint scorch mark from a lasgun on the wall of the opposite building for some reason. You think your people might have been here?
All right. Good start.
As far as where specifically they might have gone, well, that's a bit trickier, because not necessarily any clear sign, but if you have survival, you can try and track them.
Nope, I don't have survival.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, if only I had survival, I could track bitches.
The only thing that I have is logic, but I'd like maybe guess where they might have went, but nah.
No, with logic, you could make an attempt. It would be hard, so minus 20, but you can certainly make an attempt. You're reaching that point of desperation.
I either succeed or roll an 88 and go the exact opposite direction. Hiyahi.
Oh, so close.
If I put a plus 10 in that.
Okay, so assume you keep watches. The interrogator is still nowhere to be seen. Who would take the first watch during the night?
It could be loot.
I suppose Jason can as well to get the rest of the fuckboys to rest up.
Because loot could be simply because of the fucking omniscope, night vision bitches. Like, I can see way better.
Make a decision. I'm mostly interested in who's on guard for the second watch here.
Fair enough.
Actually, on that case, I'll put Yana, actually. Just in case our cover may have been blown and they said psyker bullshit after us again.
Yana on the first or the second one?
First, I think.
Okay.
Then
We're
I'll
going
put
with-
loot
we're
on
going-
the second one, I guess.
We should go with in pairs of two.
Yeah, sure.
Always works better.
If we have enough people. Ready?
I think you might just barely.
Yeah.
You would have managed to get Marius back. For a moment, I'm gonna take a guess, and it seemed like Jack Lord's character almost was ready to try and kill Loot then and there.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
So, which two are on the second watch?
Trying to remember what other character.
It could be Adolphus's and Jackalor's character, then mine and Demi's again, then Adolphus and Jackalor.
How many watches are there going to be?
3.
I guess. Oh, 3. Okay. Fair enough then.
Fine. I'll have Bentus do it.
Okay.
And Jackalor, I assume, would put Zarkov.
Zarkov ain't here.
Oh yeah, he took the other one. Fucking what's his face? Marius, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for second watch,
It's gonna be Bentus and I'm guessing Marius or fucking
okay.
whatever the fuck.
So, Bendis, you notice a figure that moves somewhat familiarly, desertly down the street, looking into alleyways, clonking with deep wariness at this point. Outside the little abandoned room that you have claimed temporarily.
Oh, you love it. You love to see it.
It looks like one of your tech boys.
Show the rosette off, fuck.
I'll poke my head in the room. Look at Marius, Mr. Tech Boy, and
Oh, Maris, I think isn't a tech boy, is he?
he
I
is a
think
tech boy.
we have 2 fucking Mariuses on this fucking.
He
I
is,
know
isn't he?
he's an Adeptus Administratum, so no.
I think
Ah, okay.
Not all of Jackalor's characters are tech boys.
Oh
I guess I mixed him up with a different Marius.
no, maybe Mordecai. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's also with M, with an M.
Mordecai's the
Ah, yeah, that's probably it. Well, I guess I'll walk towards him then, seeing as how I have no better way to communicate with him than to just speak to him myself.
Zoran. You're sure they have to be somewhere in this area. It's the crappiest area. There's guarantee of finding abandoned buildings. You've seen several. But you haven't
where are
detected them. Where the fuck are they?
101 something nonsense.
Someone taps you on the shoulder. They found you.
I don't think I have weapons, like a good one at least. So, just take out pistol and like point behind me. It's like, do not.
Oh, so you've forgotten me from last time we worked together, I see. Alright. Come on.
I recognize this voice. I turn around.
You also recognize this slow stick and an asshole.
I recognize that smell. A sort of smelly smell.
The Omnissiah has guided me well. Where are the others?
Come on. I'll show you.
Affirmative.
Okay. So, in the middle of the night, at this point, you're probably at 5 or 6 fatigue by now. You stumble into the safe house. Tomorrow you will have digs that are actually slightly better than the ones you previously had. But for now, you're in a shitty one-room apartment, pressed up against each other as you sleep the night away.
Alright.
For fucking any hive worlder, it's just like home.
Well, except the one that has his chest horribly ripped open, he's actually gonna need a proper medical center.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, Faik's doing the best he fucking can. He'd probably be exhausted too, just keeping this motherfucker alive.
Yeah, he can stabilize him for a couple of days, but he needs treatment.
Yeah.
So, the interrogator ain't here, Zoran.
To Ventus, did the interrogator arrive at any point? I repeat.
Entis has died.
I repeat. Did the interrogator ever arrive?
No, I would have assumed he was hiding somewhere, and you'd tell us where.
Quickly say in Technolingua. Fuck.
It's actually a beep on its own.
He just lets out a blurt of binaric, a really short one.
We have issues.
I assume that's okay.
Are any of the higher ranked acolytes present currently?
I guess Jasmine would count. I don't know about what you mean by rank. I mean,
Experience.
we're all the same rank here, other than the interrogator, and well, he's not here, so.
Experienced acolytes.
I guess they count.
He needs an
So,
adult.
Ludin Jensen.
Please lead me to loot.
I mean, I just take him in the room. Everyone's
Literally
just
everyone
huddled
you
on
need
the
is there.
floor, and everyone but me and Marius are asleep.
The room reeks of blood and what you think is leaking intestinal fluids.
So it's just like home.
Bleep.
Not everyone is here. You count one that's heavily wounded and one that is also missing other than the interrogator.
Oh fuck. Who's that? Oh yeah, fuck. Go and utility mechanite or something, just like poke loot to wake up.
He
I'm just
wakes
gonna,
and
like,
snatches at it,
Just gonna
probably.
I'm just gonna be like jolt up like fucking what?
Good reflexes. I must inform you.
Yes.
There are further issues.
Of course there are. What is it?
The interrogator has gone missing. He was
Missing, is that when they take you out to the desert to shoot you?
he was originally captured.
Captured by whom?
By the Adeptus Arbite. However, he was then proceeded to be interrogated by acolytes and a fellow interrogator.
Do you have any idea if he said anything to them?
Negative. However, I have reports of the interrogator mentioning, and I'm just gonna sort of like on repeat, like try and vocalize her. I'll just be like, "This cannot go. This cannot be found out by anybody."
No. I mean, you would have heard me say
I
those
was not
three
there.
other. No, you literally were there for one of the times that I was saying.
No, he
to
wasn't
the
in the
Arbites.
room.
I wasn't in the room. Where I snuck up, I followed the acolytes. The interrogator went you in the room, and I was sort of like in a vent on the hallway.
Oh,
In front of
I
them.
mean, maybe in the car you might have heard something.
Mm.
Like, because you had an Auspex array built into you. But,
Yeah, that's all right then.
All right. So, can you just tell me what he told them? We are privy to the same information.
I believe he was attempting to deceive them by informing the others by mentioning other Inquisitor names,
Okay,
aka
well,
those not of Arminius.
he served his duty well.
Burnt the fate point. He served his duty well.
I mean, well, I don't know if he survived or not in character. Like, usually when you get taken to get interrogated, you don't walk out.
Oh, the Inquisition didn't even take him. They just told the Arbites to get rid of him and hide the body, essentially.
Yeah, they essentially that. We sadly don't have the luxury to think about our fellow acolyte. and interrogator. This moment, we had our own share of hiccups.
While the interrogator is dead, I do believe that the finding that a fellow inquisitor is attempting to hush the situation up is advantageous to us.
That is most advantageous. That gives us a platform to work off of. Like I said, his honor was incredulous in that moment. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying we don't have time to focus on his disappearance due to that information that he got.
Understandable. I attempted my best. Taxis and getting into cars was not enough.
I'm just gonna fucking like pat him on the head like I'm sure you. Now get some rest.
I'm sorry, fellow acolyte. I'm missing 6,000 XP.
I'm sure you did, buddy. Now you look like shit. Get some rest. We got a hefty job in front of us in the coming days.
Messiah bless the invention of a bed.
Oh, you don't have beds. You
The
might
fuck
get
no.
a blanket if you can tear one away from the others.
The floor is a bed.
You're just gonna fucking rip off a piece of drywall. Use that to cover yourself. Imagine you're having a sleepover at your friend's house.
Yeah, and you wake up first.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
I am incredibly tired right now, so let's pick this up in the morning, okay?
Bzz, bzz.
Thank you for your report, fellow acolyte.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Initiating dream sequence.
I'm just imagining him just the mechadendrite going up, aiming carefully at his head, and then tonk.
Now it literally fucking presses like the return to factory settings button.
Oh no.
Fucking sleep mode activated.
Okay.
Cursed.
So
Really cursed.
you sleep, you rest, you're even able to recover your fatigue. And the next morning comes. What's the plan? The interrogator is still nowhere to be seen.
Well, I think we need to all do some sharing is caring and give out the information. So, Jason will mention to everybody that one of the two suspected houses is okie dokie. We'll be doing, the next house. Zoran will probably be explaining to the rest of the interrogator missing. Praise be the Messiah for his honor, and etc.
And Loot will be explaining what the fuck happened to the previous base.
I think a lot of people are going to have a bruh reaction.
Like it or not, it's what had to be done in my opinion.
So you once again have the problem of needing to exchange stones for local currency if you want to buy anything. Luckily, you have a place to stay, but
We have nothing else.
Yeah, we kind of need food. I think we burnt our rations.
oh, that too.
Yeah, like not burnt through, like actually burnt.
Wait, this is real money. This is not the fucking tokens they give you. Who are you?
Enter the nearest fast food. I'd like a biggest Macus meal, please.
Okay, that'll be 5 factory tokens.
I got 4.
I got 2 buttons and some lint.
Presses something under the table, armored glass comes down, turrets open from the ceiling.
Goddamn, Mickey D's been upgrading.
You're loving it.
Oh no, the Emperor's loving it.
This stream was not sponsored by McDonald's, by the way.
So, can we return to Marius and find out the fate?
Sure. Marius spent a nervous evening in a hole in the wall, several kilometers away from where the crash happened.
Oh, well, sorry, out of character. What the fuck happened to Marius here?
No comment.
Fair enough. Continue.
Now, I believe that you were able to steal a stub-automatic off of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you have currently 6 bullets left in your stolen gun.
5. Always keep one for yourself.
Oh, that's a matter of strategy for him. So,
Bareback gotta use the bathroom.
So now you are looking at a long walk back into the hive. What is the plan? How do you intend to make your way back? In theory, you could just walk, and I would let him show up eventually, since he did burn a fate point, by just, walking his way back, but if you wish to hurry it up, you can certainly attempt to.
Are there any, I mean, we had a vehicle crash out here. I would assume there's, some sort of highway or something.
There's a highway. Mostly, though, it's used by cargo trucks, going to and from mines, and, outlying production facilities. But, there's even a couple of cars that you saw enter. Garages or parking buildings that could be locked with proper armored doors. Not a lot, though. People who have vehicles here guard them carefully.
Dang.
This is effectively the slums. Even more so than where you were staying. Where you were staying was respectful slums. These are slums.
These are the mutant-filled slums, yes.
Yeah, you probably spent half an hour trying to make a something that might not have had entirely wholesome ideas in mind lose your scent.
Wonderful.
Alright, you're from Orwell Quill. This is absolute fucking hell for you.
Mm-hmm. I assume I would still be able to requisition things.
At a
So-
severe penalty, maybe. You might have a few coins left on you, but most of your resources are...
Not here.
Yeah,
Yes.
essentially. Like, they didn't bother taking your wallet, but you didn't exactly leave your wallet super stuffed with cash when going into that administratum center.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, luckily you never got to your destination because they were probably gonna steal that too before shooting you. So, you have a highway. You could try and hitchhike. You could try and break into a building, seize a car. You could try and contact someone. Or any number of other things if you can think of something.
I'll try and watch the vehicles and the people coming out of them to see who's the most horribly off when it comes to their medical needs, and then extend an offer to trade my medical expertise for a ride into the fucking hive.
Sure. Make me a commerce fellowship roll. Flat because after surviving a car crash, interrogation, and being dressed in tattered admin robes, you managed to convince someone. They're gonna take you part of the way there. And yeah,
Okay.
whatever general elements they have, you have enough skill that you don't need to worry about that. So you save a good bit of time. Make me a toughness roll with +10 to see how long it takes you to make your way to the location where your people were staying. Okay, and go ahead and take a point of fatigue. It should be reset, and the temporary threshold boost is gone by now. The caffeine has long since worn off. And you're
Okay.
past lightly wounded, so you, I think, heal one of those, I want to say, per 24 hours.
All right. Well, it's 7 now.
Mm-hmm. So,
But I won't be heading back. I'll be trying to contact the other Inquisitors.
So you're going to the upper hive. They won't let you into the upper levels looking as you are, but you can certainly extend a call.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Sure. Roll a luck die. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna tell you that they're gonna send someone to pick you up.
All right.
Okay, so he's probably gonna be cut off from the party for a bit, so we can work out what happens to him. Yeah, they're gonna take you to the Inquisitorial base by a back way, and well, would you look at that? They have everything ready for certain operation.
Good.
All right. So, after the brain surgery is done, they will all be waiting as you come out of the anesthesia, eager to talk to you.
I'll tell them of all of Arminius's crimes related to the Mechanicum.
Okay, let's bullet points. Go in order. So,
I'm sorry, I come back at this timing. What the? Well, hold the fuck up, Adolf. What are you doing?
he wants his Inquisitor's rosette now, thank you very much.
Zircon is just taking the fact that that he basically is considered dead to the party as a chance to finally fucking do this.
Were you always a traitor, son of a bitch?
He beat you to it, Demi. You have only yourself to blame. They offered you first.
So yeah, the third moon of Mars events.
Okay, so you
Omitting
tell
a
them.
certain ship.
Okay, so it's
The
third
shooting
moon of
on
Mars.
a Mechanicum ship. All of that,
Okay,
except for anything related to the actual vessel we're after.
okay. So that, then firing on that ship. Oh yeah, they're eagerly taking this down. Do you tell them about the cat?
I'll tell them about all I know of the events on the station. Yeah.
Was Zircon involved with the binding of the demon into Jinzia?
No, he was not.
Okay.
He was involved with carving sigils into dead people's bones on the station, which is horrible, but still.
So you're effectively fingering both of them.
And I'll make sure that they know about the suspicious events, including the other Inquisitor with the station and the fleeing from the system.
And you knew that that station has something to do with the Black Sun, and that you were able to cock it in some way, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
If they look back on the data, there should be a gap where one system was spared from the usual pattern.
Yeah, they're gonna take some time and they're gonna confirm it. And a couple of days later, once you've healed some more damage, you're gonna be wheeled in to see Lord Inquisitor Caden himself, the head of the Calixian Conclave, to report in person. And he's gonna ask you to go over it again, in particular relating to the Black Sun. And
I'll tell him of everything in detail that I know of the station.
They're gonna want to know why the fuck Arminius is doing this. Because this is some grade A heresy.
I would assume they're going to hold some sort of trial. Right?
Tell them fuck no.
This is the trial!
Are the other Inquisitors in here?
There are maybe half a dozen Inquisitors, both ones you know and ones you don't.
He believes there is a threat to the entire Imperium in the outer regions of this area, other than the Black Sun, which he believes risks greater chance of civil war.
Interrogator, you're gonna have to be far more specific. Tell us everything you know, and before you consider lying, I would like to inform you that there are no less than 4 psychers currently monitoring you.
I would assume they would give me some sort of pen at some point and some paper.
Yeah.
I'll carefully write out what I know of the ship. And
Hand it to him directly.
carefully write out, after writing out about him believing that there might be an intact STC on board, yes.
He's gonna read it. You see him do a double take, read it again, crumple it up, and just put on table and tell one of the psychers to burn it to ash.
So you've seen now why I did not want to specify.
Indeed. We will have to, of course, confirm this, but rest assured that you have earned a place in our organization, if this turns out to be true. Well done, Interrogator. So, this is the kind of shit, by the way, for the rest of the party, that gets an Inquisitor declared a heretic, radical, and a threat to Imperium. Because even if he had good cause, it's like Cryptman, right? If you yeet a couple of 100 Imperial worlds to slow down the Tyranid invasion, you might technically be right. But at the same time...
The bigger question is, since our ship is actually docked, is this campaign end?
It's not.
It
How do you mean it's not?
It depends on if you're able to escape. This is suddenly no longer the most important mission on the table. Blasting your way out of space, Doc, is.
And I'm not sure, I'm not sure how much time has passed, but our ship was also heavily damaged.
Yes.
That would have been at least partially repaired. Some months have passed, so let's say add 30 hull points to it.
So we have 50 out of 70. So planetary defenses, plus probably other ships, plus probably other ships going after us, and we're slower in combat. Yeah, we're not escaping.
Also, keep in mind that you might have to be fighting your own crew while you're doing this.
Yup.
So campaign end.
Yep.
It depends. The Inquisition does have smaller ships, the kind that don't require them to be like 2 kilometers in length just house a warp drive. Problem is you would need to steal one. And then it would have enough space for like maybe 50 people. If you stole one of the smallest ones.
Then what do we do after that?
Ah, yes, that's where it gets interesting. You do have some allies still among rogue traders.
Becoming rogue traders, boys.
Bruh.
But this is definitely the kind of thing that, I thought we were gonna end the campaign with the, hey, they're making an attempt at the STC, not the Imperium devolves in civil war ending, but I guess we're taking the other branch after all. Okay. So, back in the depths. Which of you would be going out to actually do missions? We're gonna look into the missions that are likely to attract notice, let's say, from the wrong parties. Okay, so Jason.
Yeah, I'm going to the other noble house. Because I have no idea this is happening, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, who do you take with you?
Yana, as usual.
You were warned that these fuckboys were not necessarily cool.
Get that. Who's not injured, not dead, and isn't a tech priest, or a noble looking guy, but actually looks a bit rough.
Loot.
Fair, but the question is, would you rather do something else with loot?
I mean, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You could maybe take Faik.
Faik's dead?
No, fucking Henri's dead.
Oh, Andri's dead. Ah.
Yeah, he's a penal colony adeptus Nostradum Churgeon, and has connections like to the underworld as well. So he.
That fits the bill. That fits the bill. Yeah. Sure. Faik can come with me.
And actually, here's an important note. Just because the Arminius is going down, it doesn't mean that the campaign has to end. Because, there's a sparkly young interrogator that will soon be made an inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. That was my thinking.
That's going to require assassination.
Well, potentially, yes, ingratitude should be punished.
Yeah. All you have to note is that my camera is now projecting purple. So, hello. Let's do this.
Welcome, Zeech.
Slanesh.
Okay, so you are taking who to go meet the other noble house?
So it's going Jason, Yana, and Faik.
Alright. And I really do think Jack Lord died.
Yeah, honestly. It's not the first time he's just fallen the fuck asleep.
Nope. Though, to be fair, might have been for the better.
Yeah! We come back next
The
session,
levels
okay.
of reading would be unknown to us.
we come back next Wednesday. Okay, so Inquisitor Armin is incarcerated. Our ship is impounded. We have literally no gear on us, and we're staying at a noble's house. Any questions?
Yeah. Also, to note, which adds even the more salty. Last session on Rogue Trader, he had to burn a fate point session 1. So, Jack Lord, yeah. Thank you for falling asleep, Jack Lord.
Yep. It's much easier without him doing all this bullshit.
So, the other house. Did you roll last time for getting invitations to both?
I don't remember. I don't think it was both. I think it was
Ah, yeah,
to
you
that.
prepared a proposal for that one. So how would you like to get in the door with these ones?
Um. Well, going from using the information that the other guy did, and presenting myself more as a noble merchant sort of dude, because that's the decoy, that essentially disguise. I'm gonna go with the same offer, not really same offer, but rather same tactic, but more maybe a bit more specified towards them now, knowing what a little bit more details.
Okay, make me a commerce intelligence.
Yep. Let me just see because I have some things. Calculus Logic, I know Scribe Times. The background is Cerebral Implant, which gives me a +10. Does Data Slate maybe help here? The best one?
Don't be greedy. It has the information that lets you make a detailed proposal to begin with.
Understandable. So just the +10 from. All right. I need this to work, so I'm gonna spend a fate point for +10.
All right.
I'm
You're gonna spend
pre-rolling
another
that.
You're gonna spend another faith point.
Yeah, you bet.
Dabbed.
4 degrees.
Okay. Well, you are certainly gonna be allowed in, and it looks like they're actually throwing a party. Not one open to the wider noble houses, but to some of the lesser ones aligned with them. And there doesn't seem to be any particular worry here about how things are going.
All right.
You may make a senescence test for Yana.
Yep.
And make a luck die while you're at it.
Hold on, let me do the sentence. She's not good at it, and that's what I love it. Can't just asking any modifier because.
Good luck, Debbie. May the odds be ever in your favor.
That's a 96. That's a crit. She'd spend a fate point.
Here comes
Everything's
the
hunky dory, pal.
I believe.
Close.
And luck die, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Low is good, yeah?
Yeah.
98. Damn it.
Yeah, under 50.
Okay. The head of the house is just gonna... What name are you using for this? Do you have one in mind, or are you
I know I'm still using the last name Lorvin to give me some more credibility, but I didn't actually ever think of myself of a name. Luxor. Let's go with Luxor.
Lord Luxor? Welcome, welcome, welcome. He moves forward to embrace you.
I'll take the hug formally.
He claps you on the back. Come on, relax.
Is a formal hug a hug where you squeeze the butt?
Yes.
Do
Continue.
you do that?
No.
Please, we're gonna be good friends. Relax, it's a party. In times like these, we must take every opportunity to enjoy ourselves. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree entirely. I'm only doing my duty and etiquette. Present myself.
Certainly. Please have some wine. We will talk in a minute.
Of course.
The shellfish in particular. I had them brought in a stasis field from an agri world. They're fresh. Try one. You'll love it.
Impressive.
I have to greet another couple of people. I'll be right with you. 2 minutes. Enjoy the refreshments, okay?
Thank you. I have enough intelligence. And I do actually have, I think, a tick of logic. If nobody's looking, just give it a quick smell to see if anything's wrong.
Seems fine as far as you can tell. One of the servants, just looking at you, checking it out, bows to you.
Impressive.
My lord, if you would like something with a bit more zest to it, the special ones are over there. They're marked with the blue flags.
No. I was only trying to notify the quality of the wine.
Oh,
Thank
yes, certainly, certainly. Please, if you desire a different vintage, let me know. I will arrange it.
Can't really get out of this, so I'm gonna take a very small sip, sort of a starting sip.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Taste it, roll it around your mouth.
It's pretty good, huh?
Mm.
It's pretty good. Where's the toxic 3?
Nope, not yet.
Oh.
It might be a combination poison with the shellfish, so you can detect it with standard poison sniffer.
I'll give it a taste. Swirl it around. It goes down. If the servant's looking, be like, "Good wine, thank you."
They didn't even disarm your guards. That's how friendly they are.
Uh-huh. They want us to make a fucking scene. Out of the meta, I know what's gonna happen. You fuck.
What's gonna happen?
Continue, Chris. I'm just gonna go, "Good wine."
The Lord comes back. Lord Loxar, I'm so glad to have received your message. Please, I have freed up the next half hour just for us. Follow me to my personal sitting room, if you don't mind.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll follow him.
You know.
And I'll keep. I'm not sure if he's keeping a guard or not, but follow him. If he has one guard, I have one. If he has two, I'll have two, and stuff like that. If he has none, I hope bring none.
He's gonna ask to leave the guards outside, and he's gonna have his personal butler in there with him to serve you.
Very well. Please, if they may receive some refreshments too, as well.
Certainly, certainly. Just take care of it.
Hmm?
He leads you in, sits down in an armchair. This room is filled with suggestive paintings and sculptures. He is a man of culture, clearly.
Suggestive can be a very broad term.
None
Can
of
you
them
please
are
specify?
cats.
Please specify, Krista. I need to get into the. I need to be immersed.
It's not obviously Slaneshi, but it's basically just porn.
He's right.
I'm like this close to just be like, man of culture. I see.
He leans over to a table next to the chairs, opens a wooden box. Cigars from Orbal Quill. They have suddenly gone up in rarity. This is from the last truly good crop. He takes one out, snips the end, moves to light it. Please help yourself.
I'll have to excuse myself. I'm not a smoker in this case, but wine goes a very long way.
And it's a real shame. These are really good. You sure I can't tempt you?
I've been tempted plenty before.
Oh, haven't we all?
And I'll take, another sip of the wine to sort of come out and then put it down. Now, since time is short and I was only able to steal 30 minutes of your time, but that is all I need. And to not go through the entire process again, I'm going to basically do a repeat with the other house. Go with the first of the details and things, and start then a little bit asking about land under, and peek. I'm a curious man. I'd like to learn more and stuff like that.
He just land under is in the past. It doesn't matter. What you should really talk about is the future. And
Interesting.
you probably said you had holdings on Malphite, and he starts talking about warehouses you own and what kind of understanding you have with the local shipping authorities.
I do know a little bit. I haven't been there in a long. This is out of care. I haven't been in there a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know something. So, if need be, I can bullshit my way through some of the small info.
Yes, make a criminal cartels and smugglers roll for me.
So that is what he's asking.
I mean, you're from Malphite, right? You're gonna be on board, right?
Oh, God bless. Time to be like, so, scribe tide. Here's what I got, kid.
I mean, if you want to use them and start, drawing out potential agreements and stuff like that, I'll let you.
Sure. Cybernetics always shows a wealth of a man. So, scribe times, calculus logic does not apply, and background cerebral implants, so that's a plus 20. Anything else? I do have contact networks as a talent. And I do not have underworld as a common, though I do have infused knowledge of that.
I would say that contact networks would give you a plus 10 in this particular case.
So plus 30. Nice.
Okay. So you start drawing it out, and it's almost like he's probing into you how much you actually care about the technicalities of imperial law and the restrictions placed upon the noble houses.
Mm-hmm. Learning the information I did from another house and seeing the art around here, I feel like he's a man of not too many technicalities. But obviously, if there's anything that's, heavily implied, it's like, no.
No, of course not. No. I wouldn't either, of course, but I had to ask, surely. As you're getting ready to leave, the butler comes over. Would my lord like an LSD pill for the road?
I'm sorry.
Luckily, I do have a ride. Of course, I'll accept, and I use it, but I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to take one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I'm not using it, guys. I'm going to just use it in the car. Don't use it in the car. I'm not an LSD guy.
Okay. Give me
Well,
another
that's something
Cynic-
exotic you can bribe loot with.
Give me another senescence roll for Yana on the way back.
No modifiers still, right?
Yeah, no modifiers.
Okay, 2 degrees. Also, I just need to put in the Jason's inventory. LSD pill.
Well, it's funny that you should speak about that particular pill, because Yana says that you should check yourself carefully. She's detecting a faint psychic background hum from you.
That's weird. Check myself and be like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this?
Apparently, there is a psychic component to the LSD pill.
Toss it on the ground.
That's what makes it good.
Yep.
The thing is, I don't even think like it's the powder.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking more. It's got like a, I don't know, fucking chip or something, so I can put it in. I don't know, but I'm gonna like start like if the driver's not watching, obviously in the back, just sort of like rub it off so like it turns into a powder, not an actual pill.
Okay. Congratulations. You have powdered warp-infused LSD.
See, this way I could share and care. I just sort of just look at it, it's like it's still working.
I think so.
Right. Put that somewhere safe and be like,
Demi, make a willpower roll with plus 30 for me. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
You feel like faint wisps of the dust just start to rise and reach towards your face, almost like it wants to be in you.
I'm gonna store that away.
Yep.
I feel like, you know, a
You're
certain
able to just like snap out of it. Nope. Bye.
Yep. I feel like a certain acolyte on board might actually be very interested in this. Call me crazy.
Mm-hmm. On board what? You don't have a ship.
Of course I do. What do you mean? Though I would ask Yana, because I have heard tidbits of this, at least, you know, from people and working with Arminius. Is it, like, ask Yana, is it bad or is it...
Usually, yes, very.
Yeah, that'll be stored as evidence.
Little plastic baggie.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, Loot. What is Loot doing with this particular bit of time?
Oh god. I'm just trying to figure out what we need to do, like, cause we have no idea that we got absolutely fucking ratted on by an arc. So I'm thinking of just continuing to try and find out which Inquisitor fucking ordered the hit or tried to hush it up or whatever.
Okay, how are you gonna go about it?
Well, it would be a lot easier if I knew what information we got from last session and shit, so I know what to work with.
You know the interrogator's name and the appearance. That's by and large it. She never named her Inquisitor within the hearing of either Zircon or Zoran, so, yeah.
Fair enough. Then I just try and gather any information I can on her just to find out what Inquisitor she serves under.
Okay.
But I would assume that would have to be done in some of the higher up levels.
It would have to be done in the Inquisitorial base if you want to go about it directly. Unless you can think of a other way.
Yeah. I mean, that Inquisitor and she are here on the planet, right?
You would assume so. At least
Yes.
she is.
Yeah. And you could also assume that like their ship is here and that their crew is on leave, but that's like searching for a needle in a haystack.
You're assuming they even have their own ship. Most
Oh yeah, fair
Inquisitors
enough.
would
They
not.
don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to. Yeah, you're right. Shit. Well, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna go try it directly.
Okay, so you go to the
Sneakily, but you know.
So you'd like to try and sneak into the Inquisition's base on Scintilla.
Or just like find a place where I can look over and just observe if I can see her or anything, and like see what people she's with, shit like that.
Sure. Who are you taking with you?
No one.
All right. Okay, so you are able to make it to the base. Make me a toughness test. Flat.
Flat, yeah.
Unless
Gotcha.
you're Hiveborn. In which case you get plus 2D.
Nah, he's Demon World. Fucking Demon World exercised boy. So. Probably gonna get a bit of fatigue. Almost not, but.
Yep, you get a point of fatigue. So, being outside the base, you probably still have your acolyte reset. You could just go inside. Get past the automated systems at least. It does have a multitude of ways in and out. It's practically designed for it, so that people can be brought in without being observed. If they if that should be necessary.
I know. But now I'm just thinking, out of character, that's a fucking horrible idea. Because of certain people.
Mm-hmm.
But
And yet
Loot would
he,
know that.
and yet you take a look at your intelligence stat, right?
Yeah. I mean, I do feel like simply because I do know for a fact that someone has been taken for interrogation,
But
that
he
I
wasn't.
wouldn't risk it. I mean, no, we know that our interrogator got taken away by another interrogator.
No, he got taken away by Arbites.
To be
The,
murdered.
the
by
interrogator
Arbite.
just talked with him for like 5 minutes, and then he was like, "No one was ever. No, get the fuck rid of him." End of
Fair
story.
enough. God. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with the original plan.
Okay, which is sneak in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of notice are you trying to avoid? Because
Just, for many, like, high-ranking officials, mainly, that are gonna be like, wait, what the fuck are you doing here?
okay, so kind of trying to use back ways.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, that sounds to me like a intelligence with common law inquisition. Do I know which parts of the base might avoid that kind of notice? I'll let you have a +10 because this is not a hard ask necessarily, but
It'd be the forbidden lore form in your case, I would think.
well, or forbidden lore in his case, but either way, he doesn't have either, so. Okay, and now make a stealth roll for me. To see if you can make up for that lack of success. Okay, you know, it seems like this area has a lot of inquisitorial stormtroopers for some reason as you make your way towards areas where you can get access to a terminal. And a lot of interrogators looking around. Go figure. But you finally make your way to a location where there's an out-of-the-way meeting room with a data terminal. For those times when an Inquisitor needs to be on Scintilla, but shouldn't necessarily advertise in the more public levels.
Yeah.
And there's luckily no one in there at the moment. You're able to log in.
Okay, so I know her name, you said, or just appearance.
You know her name and her description.
Well, let's go.
Okay. So, how would we go about this? Why don't you roll me inquiry with intelligence to see if you can figure out what questions to ask the system to get as much as you can with your piddly acolyte level access.
Yeah, true. Inquiry with intelligence.
This is gonna be flat, and this
Okay,
kind of
I want-
determines
Yeah, this kind of determines what.
how long it takes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Not gonna risk it.
Okay, so you get the information, you start to get up, press the logout button, and yeah, let's do it for the meme. The you're receiving a call, comes up, and it has two icons, both of them involve picking up the call.
On the thing, right?
Yep, on the terminal.
If I ignore this, it's gonna be way worse.
Potentially.
I'm gonna fucking press to pick up.
Hey, there's a face on the other end you don't recognize. The probes, you can see the bottom of their face. Acolyte Prigma, I presume.
Reporting for duty.
Excellent. Would you kindly lay all your weapons on the floor and give yourself into the custody of the acolytes waiting outside your door?
Okay, understood. And I'm just gonna walk off camera. I'm gonna say understood and put down the. Because I have fucking a chainsaw on me, I think.
Yeah, you might, or you
Yeah, I have a
chain
chain.
blade?
I have a chain blade. Yeah, sorry. I have a chain blade, and I'm gonna put down the melter gun because it's the most obvious thing that I have.
Did you? I'm gonna say that you wouldn't have brought it with you here
Okay,
because
fair
that's
enough,
bulky
yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah, it's 15 kilos. Yeah, I could assume that.
It's a BFG 9000.
Yep.
So you put down the chain blade. The rifle stays on you.
Yeah, it's behind me. I'd assume, like, you can't fucking see it, whoever that fucking is.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next?
And, oh yeah, what's the room like where we're in?
It's like an oval conference table with room for maybe 10 people. At the far end, against the wall, there's the terminal. And the door is exactly opposite, down the length of the room of the terminal.
Hmm. Are there any windows?
Oh, fuck no.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought so. Can I, by any chance, figure out how many acolytes or fucking
Make
whatever they
a
are?
scrutiny test to listen carefully.
Any modifiers?
You have an auspex, I'll give you a plus 10.
Thank you. No.
You're pretty sure there's 4 figures outside. At least 2 of them seem armored heavily, based on what you're picking up on the auspex. Acolyte Prigma, I would like to remind you that in the event of a heresy committed by an Inquisitor, all of his acolytes are automatically considered under the investigation, and should the investigation fail to prove that they are innocent, they will share in the punishment of their Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Arminius is a heretic?
I see that this comes as a surprise for you. Well, clearly you are a loyal son of the Imperium and will do nothing to hamper the investigation or interfere with it in any way.
Heretics must be purged under all cost.
Then I'm glad that you will help me with this.
Fuck. I have to just go with them. I fucking give them the rifle, all that, and just go with them. If there were 2 guys, I could fucking do something, but god damn it.
Okay. They are gonna take you, and they're gonna treat you, with respect, with honor, as befits a acolyte of accomplishment. And they're gonna take you for a medical examination, starting with a head scan.
Fair enough.
And they're gonna inform you that, quite probably without your knowledge, I believe you have been implanted with a device that prevents you from speaking certain things.
Can you tell me what certain things I can't speak about before you take it out?
Well, not really. We could use psychers, but that might trigger the device.
Understandable. Take it out.
Okay, so you two, shortly after Zircon, are gonna meet with Lord Inquisitor Caden and his
Good
investigation.
lord!
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, they're not gonna know that the other is being interrogated as well.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have to
exactly.
make sure. But the upshot is that, well, what do the rest of the characters do? Because I think we have some left over. who don't know that loot isn't coming home tonight, kids.
Yeah.
Daddy's not coming home tonight.
Considering the fuckfest and also super tired, I think my last character Zoran would be at the base this time round.
He wouldn't have had to go on watch, so he wakes up an hour or two later than the others, but he doesn't have to miss a day of working. He would be reset on fatigue.
Fair, but I think I'll keep him at the base though.
Alright. Adolphus, I'm pretty sure you have at least one dude left over.
I have 2.
Okay, what are they doing?
Octavius would probably be making preparations for bribing the assassin into giving us info on a higher up assassin. And Bentis would probably be preparing to defend the new base
Okay,
in case more shit happens.
So you check upon Kenny. This time, there's a woman with him. Looks like, she keeps scratching at her arms. You're not entirely sure that she's with him for his looks. But, he's working through his money. The booze bottle that you gave him is on the table. There's maybe, 2 fingers worth left at the bottom. The rest of it is gone by now. Along with several other empty liquor bottles.
Good.
And, in general, he is working hard. So, let's see. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Give me an intimidate roll with plus 20, let's say, based on strength, to see if you are tough enough to deter potential gangers now that this area has been destabilized. And
I'd like to re-roll that.
Okay. Yeah, funnily enough, that guardsman walk and keeping a hand near the gun does the trick. So, you gather back.
I'm just doing the Putin walk, where he just has one hand next to his gut constantly, and the other swinging.
Sure. So, you are able to gather at the safe house without any problem. You even have some rations provided for you by your good host that arrived recently, when he heard of you having lost your previous base in your very important non-heretical business. Unfortunately, loot is at this point 2 hours late. And it's starting to look like the dude that got wounded, which one was it? It was Daryl. He's stable, but he's slowly getting worse. He needs to be in a hospital by the end of the next day, at the latest.
Or else they'll get a massive infection and die of gangrene or something.
There's too much internal damage. The basic medkit and your field medic can't repair that. He's still leaking stuff internally. He needs a proper surgery. You may discuss among yourselves.
So, do we take him to a hospital?
We can't.
He would understand.
We might very well have to do that. So what do you say? Boo, do you have something to say on it?
I mean, I'm not there. Well, yeah, I'm not there. None of my characters are there.
I think you have one left over, don't you?
No,
Faik?
like Faik went with Demi's character, Jason.
They would be back by now.
Ah, okay, they'd be back
This is
by
in
now.
the evening once everyone regathers and you're not there.
Yeah, well, loot isn't there.
What are we missing? Perhaps I can go around find something.
A proper surgeon.
Proper equipment.
Well,
I
actually, I might be able to. I might know how to find that.
Would you like to roll to requisition a veterinarian?
yes.
No, this might be a combination of two roles. See, we can't go to a legal institution, so we're gonna go to an illegal one.
Can I roll criminal cartels and smugglers or infuse knowledge for underworld to find an illegal doctor?
I think this is just a requisition roll. You have the required information and the contact network, so I mean, I would normally consider this rare, so it goes to scarce for you.
That is a -10, right?
Yep.
Nah, contact networks wouldn't apply. That's how I'm even doing this. All right, -10. Yeah, he. 2 degrees of success.
Yep, you find a doctor. He's very reliable, honest. You can leave your guy with him. You can leave his stuff with him too if you wish, for when he wakes up.
Somebody keep track of him with a pistol to his head.
I protest. This is so irregular. Grumble,
I
grumble,
like how he's
grumble.
just bored of it.
I mean, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Look. This guy at least has 2 ticks in Medicaid. Probably, hopefully.
I mean,
1.5.
he used to before the administratum fired him for stealing medical supplies and selling them on the street.
Okay.
But yeah, your fellow is supposedly cared for.
Good enough.
So, the next day rolls around. What is the plan?
It's not the 2 houses. And the Adeptus Administratum thing didn't go the best, and we know that it's Inquisition. Doesn't seem to be the 2 other things. So, I have no idea.
We're gonna presume that you are doing this in the morning, and loot still isn't back.
Alright. Well, we're gonna need a team to go look for fucking looters. Because no fucking way loot got caught.
Loot was very ambitious.
Very ambitious, but has the skills to pay the bills.
Walks in, sits down in the interrogation room, puts down his weapons. They'll never catch me here.
Exactly. I'm hiding in plain sight.
I don't know about that. We don't know about that. Oh, by the way, gonna hide somewhere, bag, I don't know, the psyker dust, and be like, don't touch that. Just don't.
Does anyone want to snort it?
I love that you even asked that.
I'm just making sure.
I know. Bentis is enough of a fucktard, he might try it.
Okay.
Spare me.
So, I'm gonna need someone to make me a roll for Arminius.
I got this.
Roll me Scryer's Gaze at his full psi rating.
So that's the info.
Mm-hmm.
Cast. He has a psi rating of what, 4?
Something like that, yeah.
And he has, in terms of modifiers, I think the only thing he has is a psi focus for plus 10, right?
Yeah, should be right.
That is 5 degrees of success at psi rating 4.
Okay, he sees in the cards his enemies gathering and taking him in a circle of spears with no way out. He is, he needs to act now. He is to escape and continue his mission.
That's an Arminius thing to do. That's not our mission.
Yep, that's his problem, but that's what's happening up there.
Honestly, do not want to be the judge of what happens to Arminius next. We brought this to ourselves.
I mean, honestly, I have a feeling that the Hammer of Light tries to make a break for it and just gets turned into a burning Hulk in orbit around Scintilla.
No, that's ship though.
Sorry, Demi. Okay. Loot.
Yep.
You wake up after surgery. You have been manacled to the bed, just in case.
Fair enough.
There is a man you don't recognize there, although you actually would recognize him once he speaks. And he has a...
Oh yeah, by the way, I assume I'm like completely naked during this?
You have a hospital gown.
Yeah, fair enough. So they did strip me. Yeah, something we forgot a long time ago. I have a witch mark.
Ah,
Excellent! That will
Yeah.
slightly change the tone of this interrogation.
Yep.
There is a psyker in the robes of Adeptus Astra Telepathica standing next to him. Well, Acolyte Prigma, I'm glad to see you're finally awake. Pulls up a
I'm
chair.
glad to see the pain in my neck is gone.
Ah, yes, you might feel slightly dizzy. We did put you on some pain medication.
Thank you. Got any obscura? I did not really say that was a joke.
that's all in character.
Kiam sighs, opens his robes, selects a pocket carefully, and pulls out a little applicator, puts it on the table next to you, out of your reach. How
I mean,
about we
anything's out of
talk
my
first?
reach. Will do. Will do, Chief.
So, what secrets has Arminius been keeping from us?
Well, Inquisitor Arminius believes that a great threat is upon the Calixtic sector, namely the Black Sun. That it threatens to wipe out a fair amount of the homeworlds in the sector, if not all of them. And he strongly believes that he is doing everything he can to stop that.
All right, excellent. What is this everything he's doing? Be more specific. He has, by this point, as you start talking, he pulled out a date slate and turned on the,
Yeah.
voice to text, essentially.
Well, from what I believe on the mission that he sent me here on Scintilla, that he suspects some other Inquisitors of trying to interfere with his stopping of the Black Sun, and specifically related to the fucking forgot what its name is, the station thingy. Fuck.
The warp gate.
Yeah, the warp gate. We never really gave it a name, so I have no idea what it's called.
The Psyker just looks at the Inquisitor when the Inquisitor looks up and just shakes his head. He's holding a whole lot back.
Well, should I start from the beginning then? What our main mission was?
Before you do that, he pulls out 2 more doses of Obscura, pulls out a last pistol, flips it on overcharge, and obliterates one of them.
Fair enough. Anyway, our initial mission was to search for a derelict ship that Inquisitor Arminius believes has an intact SDC on board.
Excuse me, a what?
An intact SDC on board.
Very well, proceed.
From the information that I was told, it seems to be somewhere deep, deep, deep within the warp. And from what I know, that is why Inquisitor Arminius was so bent on taking control of the warp gate, and the Black Sun is also interfering with that as well.
Okay, so he's gonna be interrogated and they're gonna try and pull pretty much everything out of him. Is there anything he holds back?
Literally nothing, because at this point, I'm 100% convinced Lute's mindset, because he's from a demon world and all that, would be just, yeah, the person that matters the most to me currently is me, and I don't want to die yet, so yeah, fuck Arminius. Plus, he kind of sent us on some very, very, very questionable missions.
Okay. So, you come to some 30 or 40 minutes later, having given them an overview of a whole lot of things, but you just feel strange, like there's a blank spot in your memory. Well, Acolyte Prigma, I'm glad that you have chosen to share the information with us so very freely. He is gonna take the 2 doses of Obscure and place them in your hand where you can reach them. You've earned these.
Thank you.
And he's gonna walk out with his Psyker.
Time to overdose.
So, yeah, they just erase that chunk from your memory.
Yeah. Can I know what there is? That a character?
What do you mean what there is? Like, you sold him the fuck out.
No, I know, but like what
He
they
means
erased.
about which gap is there.
Yeah.
Essentially, you remember waking up next to him, and then you remember him standing over you, and reaching over to take the Obscurant placed in your hand, telling you that you did good.
Do I remember my childhood?
Yeah, no, it's just like the last 40 minutes of interrogation.
Okay. I thought they erased like all the information I told them as well that I knew.
No. The 40 minutes of you telling them.
Yeah.
And
okay,
now
gotcha.
you are just lying in the bed, realizing the brain implant is gone. You apparently told them something and you have no idea how much.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna think like, well, if I don't remember anything, it's probably a lot, and at this point, I really don't give a fuck. Arminius, I'm not gonna lie, you've been always a bastard, kinda like, goddamn, you sent us on some suicide fucking missions, my dude. Good lord.
Wow, I'm glad to see that
Another
loyalty
Inquisitor
is
here I come.
sold so cheaply.
Hey, look, I am loyal as fuck until the point where it's about my life.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, fuck that
So,
shit.
according to Imperium standards, you're not loyal.
Hmm.
Also, don't feel bad, Boo. I once sold out the party for a golden AK-47 and a magazine.
I'm just gonna
I mean,
say
you could
this.
do that again. Auto guns are a thing.
Bruh.
I'm just gonna say you should have taken the warrant of trade when you had the chance, Demi.
Well, you see, I wasn't expecting to come back and just be like, so I'm gonna tell them about the Mechanicus fight. Huh? What the fuck's going on now? What did I miss?
So, a couple of hours later, when you're nicely drugged out, a couple of more Inquisitors are gonna come in and start asking you where the rest of the Acolytes are.
The rest of the acolytes. They should be. Now, I don't know if they went on to do their own things, but the last time I saw them was there.
To give them the safe house.
I give him the small little shack, yes. Because at this point, I would assume that they would also have already gone to the big building, or like the other place that we had apparently guaranteed.
You would assume that.
Exactly.
Okay, so the rest of you, go about your day, with loot still missing. Where do you wish to head today?
Think I'm going to take the same squad as last time. Me, Jason, Yana, and Fike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go up top again. But need to ask a question if this is a thing or not. So I know, obviously, criminals, smugglers, and things are all on the bottom, and the nobles are the real criminals up there. But is there anything that would be like, mafia style up on the top?
Not at the very top. It's the noble houses don't like competition like that. So for criminal card, it depends on the world, not on Scintilla. On Scintilla,
Okay.
the noble houses essentially, use the arm of the law to remove such competition from the top levels.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're the mafia up there.
Yeah, got that. The two houses are bust. I need to go up and find more information, but I'm trying to think. Uh, what? I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with that actually as an option, seeing as the Adeptus Administratum team wasn't fully successful on the bottom. I'm gonna go and see if there's something that is higher up or more privileged noble, and see about doing a little bit of bribery here and there to get access there to find out to see what I can find.
So you're trying to talk my way in and spread money around approach to getting the same info.
Yes, in the better location.
All right. Who else is down there that wants to do something other than staying at the base?
I think if they're not staying at the base, if nobody's staying at the base, I think Zoran would be on a team to go and look for loot.
Okay. Anyone else going to look for loot? He probably would have given a general location, like he wanted to check things out near the Inquisitorial base, but he didn't mention that he was actually gonna be stupid enough to try and sneak inside.
Yeah.
I guess Ventus could go with him, just because you might need backup.
Is he a stealthy boy?
He's an assassin.
Okay.
He's half decent at it.
Okay, Gucci.
Then we're gonna assume that Marius and any other surviving Jacklord characters are guarding the one that's wounded in shift.
That's fair. I think that would be actually, yeah, that would keep two players? Yeah,
two
three.
Marius, because the wounded one is Jacklords as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dariel and Marius are out. Lut and Zircon are being questioned. So that leaves us with who? With Fike, Yana, Zoran.
Yana and Fike. Well, I would take one of them at least to go to get Administratum. And I think that would still be Yana, mostly because of the Cynesian stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ferrus Shale does... He is another tech priest. He does have mechadendrite use and all the usual stuff. His wounds would be healed by now. So in theory you could bring him along. Okay, I'm gonna assume not. Okay, so I guess we look into the Administratum party, because the ones looking for loot, I mean, they can ask around, but it's unlikely they're gonna figure out where the fuck he went because of how stealthy
Yep.
he is.
Yeah.
That, and obviously, we wouldn't assume that he'd just go in and, bitch, tell stuff.
So, Jason goes to the top levels of the Administratum building. Make me a scarce for you requisition test, because the fee for personal, consultant, like a noble would ask, is pretty steep.
Alright, so just -10.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you are able to hire one for a couple of hours.
Yeah, just go through a procession of, a bit sweet talking, a bit of this, a bit of that. I'm looking for, hey, just, I've heard there's some bad things around. I want, I'm more of a hands-on guy. I want to, find, and, if need be,
Okay, so what info specifically are you asking for? The info about the location and the date that the assassination attempt happened, I assume.
Yeah, basically, more things evolving around the assassination, and I'm not sure if I could find that, but want to see if there's a actually that would be a bit more forbidden lore. Actually, never mind. Though I suppose it might be somewhat insinuated, but I doubt so. Find more about the assassin itself, right? It's off the officio assassinorum, but I doubt that I'm gonna find that here.
In theory, some info would be available for nobility, but at the same time, that's the kind of like, okay, why is there this series of very suspicious questions logged under this person's name?
Yeah, I get that. So I won't be going for that. Mostly checking in police, adeptus arbi, stuff like that, but higher level stuff.
Okay. They're gonna inform you that, well, effectively, it's something that is not needed to know for most people, and they can access more restricted records reserved for higher ranking officials if you can get another noble or two of major standing to confirm your identity and vouch for you.
I can do that actually, and he's not dead yet. His house isn't dead yet. I need to go fast. I will see about the loyalist fuck.
Okay.
See if he can just give me a. I'm not sure if it has to be person or just a letter and a stamp works, but see about if I can
There
get
is
it.
enough technical infrastructure that he can, transmit his codes like, yes, I so confirm, e-signature, etc. For the nobility, such machine wonders are available.
Of course.
And
It's a fax machine.
so they're gonna, yes, access the records for you, and they're just gonna look up and tell you that, well, apparently something truly troubling has happened there because the records are redacted by order of the Inquisition.
I see. How much is available, if I may ask?
And the incident occurred there. If you have seen shit, come forward. You're not meant to know what if you don't know. Don't ask. That level of information.
Trying to still keep it low key here. How does this guy seem?
Nervous. Now he seems nervous. He was pretty chill until then.
It's more of a question. It's like, how much can I bribe this guy and show my Rosette and not have to, so I can actually get to the things,
He probably doesn't have the authorization to unlock the records. You would have to log your Rosette into the system and pray that it's the kind of inquisitorial lockout that an acolyte can access.
Yeah, that's too risky. That people can find out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then just be like, I see. Thank you. That would be all. And see about actually if I can just go into a little bit of history about some of the houses. See if I can find out specifically from records. I don't know. Assassination attempts. What house used the most assassination attempts?
Okay, they're gonna inform you that there are no official assassination attempts logged in the judicial system for the last 20 years. However, there have been a string of unfortunate accidents.
Yes, that is what I'm looking for.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. I quite misunderstood.
Of course. We all do.
So, the house you went to second, they have a lot of friends. And some of those friends and a lot of their enemies do meet unfortunate ends. Go figure.
All right. So, heresy, yes. Assassination often, yes.
Normal Imperial life, honestly.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to see.
They're scumbags, but there are scumbags. They're not deceased scumbags yet.
I don't think I can find through the Administratum, like, if they've had any dealings with the Inquisition ever, right? Though, not sure if that would be a thing on a record, but no, that would not be on the Administratum record, because I'm trying to see if, like, have they, invited important people of, Inquisition things to, like, parties and gatherings and stuff like that previously.
You could look for that. Their guest lists might not be on record, but if it was a suitably official event, maybe. Give me
Let's
a
go with that.
scrutiny roll. Not for the info, for the guy retrieving it.
All right.
Take a plus 30. Yeah, he's sweating bricks and he keeps glancing at your guards when he thinks you're not looking. He keeps glancing at his screen, almost like at one corner of it, almost as if he's checking something and getting more and more nervous.
Ah, yes, they're 5 minutes away now.
Sounds about right. Is everything all right?
Oh yes, quite. I'm so sorry. I do believe the recap might have been slightly stronger than usual today.
Of course. Worry not. I would not worry in your position. I'm simply asking as a curious man. I will make sure that you personally are handsomely paid, and perhaps a promotion might be in due for you.
He glances at the corner of the screen again. Oh shit, he knows, fuck.
The depths of concern.
The depths of depravity, my lord.
Like, he has that look on his face like he's screaming internally now.
Yep. I mean, no shit. I'm asking some sketchy stuff.
He's gonna start pulling up a guest list inquisition. Roll a luck die. Higher is more likely. You know, a couple of interrogators have been to visit him. It's kind of like, you know, people who had recently, you know, done something to help save something important for the Imperium. And it's like, our guest of honor, interrogator such and such, you know?
I do have a question then. Because I do think during briefing, Zoran would at least attempt to describe the individual in question. Can I roll Forbidden Lore Inquisition to see if I would know who the interrogator in question would
Go
be?
ahead.
I'm gonna apply the Scribe Tides and the Vatgrin Implant for a plus 20.
Sure.
2 degrees.
Yeah, you know about her. You think she serves a relatively junior Inquisitor, at least compared to Arminius, and you know, someone who's strangely enough, relatively puritanical.
Fair enough. I know her name, presumably. Is the name on the guest list?
No.
Fair enough.
The name Zoran overheard, so yeah, she's not one of the ones that has been to visit him. And looking at it now, you don't think any of them are people who you've heard about being exceptionally puritanical as far as that guest list goes. Or at least not serving exceptionally puritanical masters.
All right. Well, I think that's all I'm looking for currently. So, thank the man.
Sir, could I interest you in some refreshments? You still have 20 minutes left on your allotted time.
Perfect. Then take those 20 minutes to yourself, good man.
Sir, please.
Tip Fedora, I'm head out.
Yana just bears an inch of steel when he moves to follow, turns, walks out at the back of the party.
So, now my suspicions on the second house is, one, either they're just, you know, the regular run-of-the-mill noble heretics.
They're not heretics, they're just nobles.
Sure. Or they're actually somewhat involved. But I'm kind of leaning on the former.
Okay. Now as to the party that went looking for loot, how would you like to go about this?
Go to the location and look for any signs of loot first and foremost.
Okay, that's a wide swath of territory because you're essentially tracing the perimeter of the Inquisitorial base on the sector capital.
Yeah, we'd be making a perimeter around. We wouldn't be going in the Inquisitorial base, but somewhere where you would be like, this is a good place to, you know, look out.
Okay, make a scrutiny test. Everyone who's there who has scrutiny can attempt this. Auspices give a plus 10.
I have a plus 10 for Auspex, but does that stack with the Optical Mechadendrite?
The Optical Mechadendrite, sure, yeah. Okay. Did you have an Auspex with that roll, Adolphus?
No.
Okay, so, what can I give you with this? You know, yeah, you realize something. Like the location he picked up, it's absolutely shit for watching as many entrances as possible going in and out of the base, but it does lead towards a convenient back service entrance into the base.
Look suspiciously. I'd roll a logic test, but this is kind of illogical. Do you think he went in?
Slowly glance at him. After the dumb shit he's done.
I will attempt to go in, but only a little bit.
Goodbye, Zoran.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna go like, I don't know, the equivalent of going up to the door, taking a peek, and be like, nope.
Sure. Would you like to open the door using your rosette?
Ah, yes, that needs to be opened. Never mind then.
Okay.
So,
The fortress looms ominously over you, like the Jedi Temple over Coruscant. Like it's
Yes.
mocking you.
I go back. The entrance requires a rosette. I am now worried.
You don't think that idiot was willing to use his fucking rosette on it, do you?
I wouldn't believe so. Such an action is extremely irrational considering our mission. I did not
Nah, he's probably not that dumb.
I did not tinker with the device. I
Probably
believe
for the best.
indeed. So that remains similar to interrogator Marius. Loot may or may not have been captured.
I mean, he might have just gotten lost. He seems like an idiot.
At some point, the acolytes have to ask themselves as the entire Inquisition cuts for them. Wait, are we the baddies?
Negative. What do we report in?
Oh no, Jessamine
Well.
is in charge now.
Is Marius AFKing?
I guess we should check around. See if he might have gotten himself in trouble somewhere around here with the underground or something.
There is
I don't
also
know.
potential that his required mission required also more allocated time. Let us serve as stakeout for the time being.
He left on the
Not a
morning
bad
of the
idea.
previous day at this point.
It's rough getting in or getting out.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
So you stake out the base.
Yup.
You know, you do notice something. A couple of Valkyries covered in stealth coating, heading out and somewhere deeper into the hive.
Should we call the others?
How?
That probably means...
You have no long range communications. You're kilometers of Steel City away from them.
The wonders of payphones.
They don't have a phone in the residence.
Ah, those fuck-ups.
Strangely appropriate, yeah. They did head in the roughly the right direction, yes. How
I
long do
think
you
we
keep
should-
watching the base?
I'd say maybe another hour or two even.
Alright, and then start heading back.
Yeah.
I'll grab my rosette. Do you really think we should head back at this point? Not just go in?
Indeed, that would compromise the mission.
What mission?
The mission is clearly already compromised.
Are you questioning the loyalty and skill of our fellow acolytes?
Those vehicles were headed straight for them. I don't think there's a chance that they probably haven't been captured already.
Could have been heading for somewhere else. It's a big
Yeah, it's-
city.
And it goes levels, so
You are like 3 or 4 kilometers at least away from where you're lairing.
yeah.
So they could have been going for something else, but knowing your luck.
Alright.
Continue to be patient.
We'll make the attempt.
Okay,
So,
you head back. Jason,
mhm.
did you arrive at Administratum via an armored car as usual?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a luck roll for me. Roll low.
So, I will be your driver for today, Lord Inquisitor.
Okay. So, you arrive back at the base with no issue. And, yeah. The others arrive back in a while, long enough that you are starting to get worried, but they do come back.
What took you so long?
If you wish to search for where those Valkyries might be, if you suspect they might be nearby, you can make scrutiny tests using auspexes. You will need an auspex to detect these things.
Zoran might be able to do that, would be able to do that as well.
Well, actually,
I would like to find an aspects amongst the random dipshit piles.
Sure, you borrow someone's auspex. Let's do it this way. An auspex will give you a plus 20, but the base is minus 20 and you can make the attempt without an auspex.
What about optical mechadendrite, or is this like purely auspex based?
The optical mechadendrite would help this switch roll.
All right, so we're gonna roll with Zoran. So did you say awareness or scrutiny? Scrutiny.
Scrutiny.
So plus 20, minus 20, so plus 10 for me.
Yeah, you almost miss it, but one of the there's like a blasted out chunk of a building not too far from you, where some accident happened previously, probably a factory level that had an oopsie, where the side of the building, like the actual, crappy walls have been blown out, leaving just the support girders, the adamantium frame, and there's like this faint shimmer, like something transparent in the air. And focusing in with the auspex, there's really like a bird-like silhouette, big like a tank, that's been set down in there. Like a vehicle under a camo field.
I've got nothing. You?
I believe I notice a vehicle in that hole over there.
Okay. What's the name of the character that's with you? Adolphus, what is your character's name?
Ventus.
Okay, Ventus. When he gestures in that general direction, you notice that 2 red dots have appeared on his chest.
Oh!
I would like to knock him to the ground.
Okay, you knock him to the ground, and a loudspeaker roars overhead. You are surrounded, this is the Inquisition!
Yeah, I should just go.
I told you so. I told you so.
Fuck.
Acolytes of the Rogue Inquisitor Arminius, you are under arrest.
Yeah, that. Hold on, what do you mean, rogue?
Uh-oh.
Wet sweat.
Shit.
Very cold sweat time.
Alright. We're shit. Loot Marius caught. They ratted out. So, quick, go out before they blow this shit up. Put all your guns down, all weapons, armor off now. Just get the fuck out.
Okay, and I think this is the best place to leave it till next week.
Oh boy.
Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z.
And then we can get into the detail with just the main characters as they get interrogated. And
Yeah,
we figure out what happens to the ship, because Arminius had a moment to prepare due to his scrying. He had like 24 hours, so he can technically try and make a run for it, or try something else. But given the evidence and the numerous worlds that have been sacrificed for his mad quest, as Lord Caden now knows, there's sufficient evidence to declare him a rogue, and act accordingly.
so, I think I need 3 new characters, because I don't think a single one's gonna survive the culling.
The only character I care about is gonna probably live, so I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jason probably will live.
No, probably not, because I didn't rat out before. That will be noted. 2, Kybus, smartass, plus also has dealt in heretical stuff, and if that goes out, I'm dead. And the pilot guy, well, I think he was on the space station.
To be honest, the only one I feel like out of my characters outside of Loot that would survive would be Emil. Because he is brand spanking fucking new and has literally done basically nothing.
Now, I can imagine, because Emil's always there at the worst times. They're about to,
Yeah.
touch
You know,
Arminius.
it really depends, because it depends on which people you as a group rat out. They will find out, you know, more than you, strictly speaking, want to reveal, but it still depends on how you play it, and who you know, say was, no, this was their idea, they were 100% behind this. Because now it's a witch hunt.
Mm. But no, I'm just imagining Emil, you know, there's a trial, there's a jury and things, and like, wait a second, why is Emil in the jury again? Hi, guys.
So, what does your father do, young boy? Well, he's a pirate. That's so sad. It'd be a shame if you are to rehabilitate that warrant for the Imperium. We're gonna have to hunt him down first, though.
Please do, he's kind of a shit dad. I'll help you.
Transmit to him, use the family codes, he arrives. Imperial Navy cruisers decloak. Sub bitch.
Fuck you, dad.
Sorry, Dad, I'm with you now.
Exactly. Rogue trader broke my heart. Inquisition is my best friend now.
I think Jackalor's only character that will absolutely get purged is fucking Mordecai.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Zarkov
think
might survive just on pure zeal alone.
Yeah,
Zeal is-
No,
Zarkov
he'll
is-
survive because he's an idiot.
Zarkov
And-
might, yeah. Zarkov has been exceptionally loyal. Dumb, but loyal. Prime Inquisitor material.
fucking Alpha's PTSD.
Nah, what I'm just hoping for Lude is that he is worth more alive despite him serving a rogue inquisitor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Jack-
have to read up on Lord Caden and see how radical he is, because,
Fair enough.
I really hope that's the case with Jason too, but I really doubt it.
You know what's the worst part?
Mm.
Boo, you fucked up. You told another Inquisitor about the STC,
Yes.
and
Mm.
I'm not entirely sure that a day later that Inquisitor is on the planet anymore.
No, I do get that, but the thing is, Loot wouldn't really know
Yeah,
that
no.
it works like that. I'm doing like what I think would be in character for him, which is saving his own hide when shit got really, really real, and just not knowing like what's on incredibly need to know basis in general in the Imperium.
I mean, you would have been briefed that this is important, but you wouldn't necessarily know just how important.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't know that it's literally, okay, this Inquisitor, find that out. Bang, bang.
The Inquisitor, who's been perfectly loyal and an investigator for Lord Caden up till then, just... Okay, so, you with me? We can steal a frigate and find this thing.
Like, fucking actually saves me and fucking Adolphus's character to help him.
Oh no, he's already gone. If he's gone, he's left you in the hospital to rot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you
But
might just cover his
you'll have
tracks
fun-
by
you'll have
wiping
fun
your
trying.
brain and then fucking, assassinating you if you ever become a problem. Gee.
Okay, so, we've been playing this for 3 sessions. Objectives. Well, yeah. How to put this? You learn a bit more about the noble houses of this planet, and you learn who was assassinating Arminius. So that's positive. So, 500 XP to the ones that weren't on the mission and 700 to the ones who were. And you can assign 1 fate point as a group.
I'm gonna be real honest, guy. My threshold is 4 and it was 5. I think I deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. I'm gonna give another 500 to Arminius because, well, shit, I should spend his while he still has the chance.
probably.
Oh yeah, we do the XP for health, right? At this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For player characters only, but yes.
I have 750 XP. I have Deceive already at 4 and Charm at 4. What do I need, guys? I don't know what. What do I use to survive?
Survival.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, at this point, you need Medicaid so you can cut out the appropriate parts of your brain to make yourself stupid enough to be useful.
Yeah, see about that. I have to remove the vat-grown cerebral implant and also suffer internal and external hemorrhaging for that too.
I mean, if you rip that out, you are literally, you know,
Vegetable.
Brainlet.
well, close enough to it, like a 5-year-old at best.
Yeah. Can you say grunt work?
Grunt work.
Hell yeah.
Well, at
That
least he can process big words.
Hey, Loot got another fucking wound. Hell yeah.
So let's look at some of the main characters. See, I gave it to Marius and Loot, fate point, but
Fuck y'all.
Hey, Loot already has 4. He's never burned one.
that's fair.
Marius is
But
a
you
3.
Fuck you, Marius.
I mean, you could give, I mean, technically, you could burn fate points to survive somehow, under some sort of a deal.
Yeah, true. That's a
Kind
good
of-
idea, actually.
This has 2.
Is there anyone that has? Is there any character that has 1?
I'm gonna look at
No.
Dark Lords.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have that file. The only person who might be at 1 is Zarkov, because Zarkov
Mhm.
is so many.
I think we gave Zarkov 1 already. to have
Zarkov is a
it.
3 and Mordecai is a 3.
Oh,
Okay.
And Marius is at 3 as well.
okay then.
Adolphus, anybody at 1 or 2?
I'd
Besides-
say...
For me, actually, Elka's on 2, but she's always been on 2.
I have, like, 1 character at 2, but he doesn't really deserve it. He hasn't done anything with this mission.
Yeah, and my only character with 2 is Kaibus.
You can't give it to Olaf, he's gonna need one, considering he's Arminius' personal guard now.
Ooh!
Oh, good point. We should.
How many experience does he have? Damn! That's
He
a
has
lot!
as much as a fucking player character at this point, yeah.
He's
I
been
mean, yeah,
around
he's been
since
there
he
from
has...
the first mission.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wait, why is he... He has that much total spent. Why is it so scuffed? Oh, you didn't put the talents in, you fuck.
I might not have for some of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't pip him out.
He
Swift
should
attack.
have power training and swift attack. That's not listed.
What about devastating assault?
That is in there.
Well, there's one thing I can say, at least for Justin. I'm at 0 corruption, and I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Damn it! I was hoping you would
It's
snort the warp dust.
I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just surprised that Loot isn't at more corruption or insanity. He's
Well,
at
about the
22 corruption,
insanity,
38 insanity.
we're gonna see how that goes.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that interrogation, Oh, it's such a coincidence. It was only the first of many.
I mean, yeah, I definitely know that.
I mean, it's not gonna be much of a trial for Arminius, because once you try and break orbit and shoot your way out of space dock after being told to submit yourself for trial by the Inquisition, it's kind of taken as a given that you're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just actually now imagining like all of our like main acolytes, like, hey, let's call it like one survives out of every one of us, and then like, what do you bring to the table? And just like the fucking Suicide Squad thing, like fucking Loot gets brought out to a fucking shooting range. You fucking
I
don't
mean,
know, like,
they might do that if they decide to form a team of expendables to seek the fucking STC.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd be down for that 100%, because at this point I want to find the SDC just out of pure fucking spite.
If I mention any of Jason's skills, that's gonna make me more heretic. It's like, oh, guess how you didn't find out about Arminius before? That's right, because I was the one who covered it all up.
I mean, it
Well,
really
yeah.
depends on if the jury swings towards radical or puritanical, because he's too valuable, we must use these skills, and no, he's a heretic.
Well, to be honest, in my plans, I am 100% just planning on ratting Arminius out.
As you should.
Because, yeah, because we are fucking comrades in arms. We've been through the shit Arminius sent us on together.
I mean,
like,
at this point, I'm gonna tell you out of character because you're not really gonna be able to affect this. They are sending a message for a squad of Grey Knights to help storm the ship and deal with the cat after that.
Fucking Grey Knight, boy!
But wait, why Grey Knights? What
They
if,
are the demon
Because they're
fighters.
psychers.
They're the demon psychers, my dude.
fair, now, I would have thought it was.
I mean, if they're going to go deal with a very powerful demon host
Yup.
on a fucking station, yeah, you kind of need.
Yeah, you
Grey
have
Knights.
effectively, Arminius is a chaos sorcerer, and he has at least one known demon host under him. And I mean, at this point, this is starting to sound like a Grey Knights kind of job.
No. For
Definitely.
the space station, yeah, no, I thought because technically Arminius is a heretic, I thought it would fall under Adeptus Sororitas.
What do you mean technically he is?
What the fuck do you mean, technically, Debbie? Excuse me, we left technically behind 20 sessions ago.
True, very true.
You know, I thought for a while that you would get away with this for a long while longer yet, but no, apparently not.
It was going all well. Yeah, no, my reaction. I can't even express my reaction. I come back and I'm just like, wait, what do you mean you're telling them all about the mechanic shooting?
Yeah.
So, remember how we used to serve a powerful Inquisitor aboard a very powerful ship, and we each had 3 characters?
Yup. Now we're getting sent in there, literally just the 4 of us, to look for an SDC.
I get it. I understand what's happening. This is all an ST bamboozle. He said that character generation ended long ago. This was it.
No, guys. What
the
I
true
do
Darwin.
is next session, I just send you a PDF of the Black Crusade and tell you to pick one character that escapes with Armenia Siege.
To be honest, I'd be down for that.
I'd be down for that. I think that would end up being Kybus, which is the worst part.
Oh my fucking god, he has a teleportarium. He could try and steal a smaller ship. The crew might
Yep.
not go with him as far as the hammer is concerned. But take
Okay.
Zarkov, a couple of loyal dudes, the nav system.
I have a crazy idea that Arminius might just try. Since he has 24 hours, maybe he has time for a bunch of the heretics on board to combine the teleportarium with the rune caster for an escape.
To be honest, at this point, he'd do it without a question.
Do it.
If he had all the information that Harlocks have, he might have been able to pair what he has on board with another active long-range teleportarium that's still active in the galaxy.
Didn't we?
AKA teleport
You
over to the
disassembled
fucking
that
rogue trader
one.
ship.
You disassembled that one. It doesn't mean there aren't more somewhere.
Yeah.
That could work, but you don't have all the information. The Harlocks have been gathering that for themselves.
What if he gets it by blind luck?
No.
Sad.
I just need 12 more hours. Inquisitor, I can make it work. I'm a good Xenorite. Trust me.
It was a fun session.
Fun campaign too.
It's never over.
You know, I don't know. I'm not so sure.
So I think, considering what they're gonna do, can we go to from ruins of the past to ruins of the future?
I mean, the future has always been ruined.
Ah, of course.
Yep. That's the point of the Imperium.
Okay, well then, everyone, Demi, what is your favorite part about this garbage fire? I think he died.
The session was pretty good overall.
Did you have a favorite moment?
Yeah, when I went into DMs with Boo, it's like, so campaign ended? Question mark.
I'm gonna need to think about how this is gonna continue, if it's gonna continue, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because our kind of scenario or end goal kind of changes.
Yeah.
It's not been the same since the first mission, I swear to God.
Well, there's like two ways it could go. Either we take a few characters and run off on the run with Arminius to try and complete the mission, or we do it with a new Inquisitor.
Yeah, but then
I
we
feel
have-
like the new Inquisitor is way more plausible simply because the Inquisition just ain't gonna let Arminius go just like that.
Mhm.
And it's also the fact that his plan hinged upon getting that thing to Sol and safely
Yeah.
handing it over.
True, true.
Yep. So what's the chance? No, the ship is gonna be in ruins. I was gonna be like, yo, what's the chance that Marius, new Inquisitor, in making gets the immortal acolyte, the Hammer of Light, not immortal acolyte.
I mean, it might happen. It depends on whether or not he tries the
no.
teleportarium trick.
It's a ship that's tainted by sorcerer's activity and who knows what horrors. It's staying in space dock and getting purged, and a junior Inquisitor like Marius does not get his own cruiser. Especially one
It's
that's
too
already
fancy. I see.
tainted with Xeno shit, not to mention now demon shit. They might just yeet it into the sun to be safe about it.
Jesus. Shame. Good ship too.
To be honest, I'm just now thinking, thank fuck Loot didn't have any Archaeotech or Xenotech on him when he got arrested.
Yep.
So,
It's probably a
yours-
good thing you destroyed all of our stuff.
So,
Yeah.
the fun part is that, you started telling the Inquisition everything, and there's another Inquisitor now who knows altogether too much. This is gonna do wonders for your subtlety rating, and this time you won't be able to do cover up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro, I think any subtlety regarding Arminius Oros is out of the fucking bag.
The Inquisition might know, not necessarily the rest of the Imperium, funnily enough.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to fight off another fucking Inquisitor when the time comes.
To be honest, it's just another Tuesday then, isn't it?
Ilias comes back vindicated, gets granted the hammer. Boo! Any favorite moments?
To be honest, no, I'm really fucking liking these just pure ass roleplay sessions because of all the shit that could just go wrong. Actually, no. The way that my boy Honorary went out, I could respect that.
Okay, Adolphus.
It's been a wonderful time. I'm glad I was able to betray Arminius and complete what he asked of me.
Oh,
He
so
just didn't realize he'd gone too far long ago.
you get told that mission. It's like, shit. How do I tell him he's way over the line already?
Yeah.
Mhm.
God fucking damn it. I'm sorry, teacher. You have been a heretic for 5 years. I will fire the lances now.
You were my
That
brother,
might
Arminius.
happen.
I trusted you.
Okay, well, say goodbye, everyone, and we will see you next Wednesday.
See ya.
Bye bye.